Ginger, Jamie. I'm putting on this quickly. Hi, Diane, Dawn, Friendly Paws. Nice to see you coming around again lately. Hi, Tiffany. Glad you're back. Please pray for my connection as well. Hi, Dan. Hi, Kelly from Philadelphia. Hi, Deb. Glad to see you. J.E. Okay, hold on. There we go. If anyone has issues with like sunburned lips, you know, I live in Asia and I live on the equator right now in Bali. This ozone oil is amazing for that. So anyway, welcome back, Dawn. Ozone oil is also good for many things. It's amazing for skin infections, like, you know, of course, being discerning about that. Hi, Kyler. Karen. Hi, Petra. Nice to see you. Vicky, welcome, welcome. Dan in Scotland, middle of the night. Oh, awesome, Jamie. Anyone else never heard of ozone oil? So it's ozonated oil. Well, actually, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's ozonated oil and then just ozone oil, but it's oxygen is 2 molecules, ozone is 3, and that extra oxygen brings extra healing power. So it's something I believe you only use externally. But I have this one. It's actually made here. It's with jojoba oil. It's really concentrated. It's like almost a paste. It's really strong. So it's amazing for sunburns, which is why I was using it on my lips. So somebody must need to hear that about ozone oil for themselves. Hi, Louise. Glad to see you. Excuse me. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from Bali. Hi, Chantel. Nice to see you. April, Matthew. Thank you, Tiffany. So I know many of you have been around a long time and have seen this necklace before, and likely some of you haven't seen it if you're newer. Hey, Andrea, Wendy. And I just had this call, this impulse. I have like an altar, and I'm a nomad, so I move around sometimes. And so I have my sacred altar with all my sacred things from many places. And this necklace is from Bali, in one of those places. And just, I was getting ready and I was like, oh, I don't wear this anymore. I had this other Reiki necklace and then I lost it in Bali a year ago. So anyway, felt the impulse to put this back on. It's a very powerful necklace made by a Balinese priest from white buffalo bone. It's carved, hand carved. It's got Balinese writing script on the back with my specific intentions. And then inside you can see like there's little circle, because this is like holes, because inside they stuff these 3 big ones with, like he said, like 100 different kinds of flowers and crystals and stones, and like the elements are like in here. And then this was actually went through a Balinese ceremony. It was a super moon, like this is actually 6 years old now, but yeah, it was a blood supermoon thing that it just happened to be in the ceremony with. So, and interestingly, I was in the village last night and yesterday where this priest lived and where this was made. So maybe that's why I felt to put it on. But it's got this protection carving here, and it's got the chakras, like this is my body here, and then it's got Saraswati and Ganesha. This one's Ganesha, this one's Saraswati. So anyway, this will be joining us as well. So hi Kay, hi Bonin, Carrie, Insight Timer, Creative. Yay, welcome back. Hi Elizabeth, nice to see you again as well. So we're here today. If you are new, I know some of you I don't recognize. If you are new, you feel like saying hello, you can do so. If not, if you're here and you never say a word, or if it's your first time and you never say a word, also welcome. Everyone is welcome, however they're showing up. And the invitation for you is to show up fully in presence as a gift to yourself. And I also feel like it's a gift. It's like taking a stand when we have singular focused attention. It's taking a stand against the addiction to technology that we live in, where it is very rare, or it's rare for many humans these days to have a singular pointed focus on something outside of their phone. So I invite you, if it's available and possible for you, to be with this space fully undistracted. Not because I want you to like give me that attention. I mean, that would be like a secondary or tertiary reason, but the main reason is for you to give yourself the gift of showing up fully and completely, paying your full attention in a singular pointed focus to receive and be present and mindful. Even and especially in these times. So Dan, new, awesome. And Creative, thank you and glad you're here now. Hi Maisha. Because it's even more important now with distracted living. Terry Cole, the Boundary Boss, she's actually a teacher here on Insight Timer as well. She said something about like living life light, meaning that when we're constantly connected to phones, technology, we're not truly living because there's always a distraction. I saw something too, of course, online the other day where even if you're like out with friends at dinner and it said something about, if you like, okay, it's great, it's polite if you have your phone face down on the table, that even that's a signal to everyone there that there's like something more important, or that that it's still like holding space in the person's mind. So if you want to be fully present with who you're with, that you put this on airplane mode and you put it in your bag, because even if you put on airplane mode, then your mind is not going to be wondering, ooh, am I getting a notification right now? So I feel like this is powerful for some of you to hear, and me as well. So hi Tony, hi Amy. Hi, Marielle. Welcome. Let's see. I'm just checking the power because I'm streaming with my my phone. So I was checking the battery on that. Dan has a pregnant pouch. Okay. All right. Yeah, so it's like this idea about using technology and not letting it use us. Technology, isn't necessary. Nothing is good or bad. Just like, and then we can use that same thinking for our mind and our thoughts. Just like, technology has benefits, and it's a wonderful servant and a wonderful way to get information. If we become addicted to it and all consumed by it, it's not the best. The same with our mind and our thoughts. It's a wonderful servant and a terrible master. And the problem with most of us is we're addicted to our thinking. We're totally identified with our thoughts. And that also is a form of life light. Because when our attention and focus is focused on the constant stream of thinking that never ends, we're not fully present to the moment in front of us. So even my invitation to you to, if it's available and possible for you to become fully present here, is also a way to disengage another layer of the stream of thinking that's always here. Pregnant dog. Okay, now that makes sense, Dan. Linda. Yeah, so interesting thoughts that are coming in. So for our live stream today, as many of you know, this is our kind of fun space where we see what flows. And it's already flowing. And we will definitely in a few minutes get into the collective card reading. And then we'll end with Reiki and Ancestral Clearing. So if you are new to me, as some of you have said, or if you're returning and you haven't already, don't forget to give me a follow here on Insight Timer, and everywhere that I am. If you care to give a donation, as most of you know, and the Insight Timer is taking a stand for digital content, and because Apple takes 30% of teacher donations. So thank you, Insight Timer, for advocating for the teachers and just for the collective for anything in the future, because whatever Apple does or doesn't do with this situation with the teacher donations, it will set a precedent for other apps and other situations. So if you care to give a donation, I'm not 100% sure. Somebody had said that now Apple takes 30% of all. My understanding was they only take 30% of the donations inside the live stream right now. So I'm just letting you know that if you care to donate, and if you want to try and make sure it 100% goes to the teacher, donate on the teacher profile page. So yeah, that's a great quote, friendly pause. So, and if you are new to me, I'm Natalie. I'm a spiritual life coach. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher. You can experience me here in the live streams. I do this most every Saturday night, Sunday morning in Asia. I also am doing 2 other live stream series. One is on the book, There's Nothing Wrong With You. Another is on the book, Conversations with God, which I have here. All the replays are available on my YouTube channel if you miss any, if you want to go back. And yeah, I do everything that I do here, I do in my one-on-one work. So if that's interesting to you, check me out, send me a message. I can take on at this point in my life coaching one more client. So if that's interesting to you, if you have an area you want to change your life in, if you want support around that, with all the tools and things that I use and live and am, then reach out and follow that impulse. Yeah. Linda, yes, I am in Bali. So I think you missed me explaining about my Balinese necklace here, which is fine. But yeah, I am in Bali. So let's go ahead and get into so if you are new, I do an Oracle/Tarot card reading. It's super fun and powerful. It is for anyone here who is listening. So I don't draw cards for one-on individuals in the live stream. If you want a one-on-one reading with me, you can reach out personal, like in a message, in Insight Timer, or wherever, if you want one-on-one. If you are new, as I said, just stay tuned and have an open mind, and you may be surprised at what message comes through that's like, oh my gosh, this feels like it's a personal reading. So hi Laura, hi Jay. Yes, so I'm loving this. I still call it a new deck for me, even though it's not. I've had it now a couple months, but this Work Your Light deck, it's a pretty popular deck. So this is an Oracle deck. So I'm going to draw a card from that first, and we'll just see how it flows. So how is everybody doing? Where is everybody joining from, if you want to say and you haven't said already? And also, if you follow me, you'll be able to see I'm going to schedule my live streams for the next week. I might actually, because I'm going away to Sri Lanka, and I'm going to be, my schedule's going to be a little bit different, so I may schedule quite a few ahead. Insight Timer, they only release them. They have a method in which they release the live streams. They kind of change it. I don't know what they do with that. So, but if you follow me, you'll get notified. I also have a group, Natalie's Healing Circle. You can join here. I also have meditations you can hear. I have a powerful abundance prayer, an ancestral clearing prayer for abundance in my premium tracks. Yesterday, I just finished my new Total Surrender track. I'm going to be uploading to my premium section, and hopefully Insight Timer will approve it. They are quite strict with the premium tracks, which is good. So my first track took they kept telling me to change things. So we'll go with the flow. I'm going to do my best to submit that for approval soon. So Dawn is joyful, Kelly as well, and has this deck. Bonine from Australia, so good day. Hi Lindsay from Florida. Amanda, also from Australia. Yay, awesome. So Bali and Australia have a special connection. So, great. I'm going to plug in my computer. Northern California is a good place to join from. Samantha, NB, Texas. I lived in Texas, but I don't know what NB means. Oh, okay. I don't know. I've heard of it, that maybe. Oh, nice. Deb, Amy. It's nice to see where people are from, because so many of you join, and a lot of times you don't say where you are, which is fine, but nice to learn that. Hi, Michaela. Okay, let's see what we have for the collective here. Okay. So how many of you, before I show you this card, I'm going to give you a little context. How many of you have a question in your mind or a decision you are facing or looking at making, something in your life where you're lacking clarity and you're wanting bold clarity on something? Excuse me. Is there anybody here that has something like that? Okay, great. So this card is going to be a big, bold message. If you have multiple somethings, I invite you to feel into the one that feels like the most active or urgent or present right now. Ooh, awesome, Marielle. Samantha. Ooh, okay, this is juicy. I've never done this before where I'm like, get your question ready before I show you the card, because this is going to be an answer for you. Do you see this? The answer is yes. Just say yes. So, what does this bring in for you? Whatever it is you were marinating that was coming up, your answer is yes. So, as you receive the yes, then how does that feel? Do you feel celebratory? Do you feel scared? Woo! Awesome, Tiffany. Music stuff for Jamie. Hi, Tatiana. So yeah, I picked up on that. Like, some of you, it might be like, oh, I said this is what I wanted. Here's a big, bold yes. No, now I'm scared. That means I've got to do stuff. So many of you having many different responses. Validation, bittersweet, Samantha. Okay, wow. Thank you for sharing that. Reinforces an answer. Scared, nervous about divorce. So this is not the only card I'm going to draw. So, yeah, confirming. So I'm going to get some clarity and some more information from light seers. So, yeah, if you do, have energy around the yes, you can relax, release, and we'll see what opens up more here for us. Hi, Evie. Okay, let's get some clarity on the yes. And maybe some of you, if there was like multiple things, this might help you get clear on which thing or where's the yes. So just breathe. No matter what the yes brought up for you, which it's a good thing to notice. Like, isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting how we have our reactions and responses? Attachments, desires, needs, clinging, resistance. Ooh, awesome, Dawn. That's an amazing yes to get. So let's see. So some of you feel some disappointment. Okay, so this is quite a message for some of you. Walking away from a disappointing situation. Because you are having like an aha, something in your life is shifting or has shifted or will shift to give you a new perspective. But I feel like it's like these two cards together first. So for some of you, this yes is like you started here. You were disappointed. You were let down. And so that kind of was the space in which the yes came, was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I've had one more disappointment. I've had one more letdown. Or maybe I've not followed through within myself and my own words, or my own, like I said I was going to look for another job and I didn't. And then I went back and I went to the, and then had the same situation again. First the disappointment, then the walking away. So yeah, I feel like this has a lot of energy with it, and it's, going to be different scenarios for different people. Yeah, and this is also good point, Tiffany. This can be like a waiting for something to change, but it's not changing, so there's disappointment. She's also looking back. So looking back at the past, wishing things were different. And so it's like a no to that that's creating the yes. So what are you saying no to in your life that is then now creating a space for a yes? This is a yes. This is it's not necessarily, skipping away into the sunset and happily ever after at this moment. No, this is heavy energy. For some of you, this might be really heavy, and that's okay. But it's necessary. Here, it's stuck too. I mean, look at how stuck she is and contracted, even the posture and the position. So this is a lot, this is movement. This is standing tall. This is moving into a new future, but acknowledging there's a lot of shit energy here for some of you. And yeah, that's a great point, Amy. And, you get to discern there's many people here. So I usually say this before I start the readings: don't force something to fit. If it feels like, it's like, well, if I get creative, because the mind will do that. The mind will just naturally try to fit the message into something sometimes, not all the time, but it might do that. So if you notice that happening, be like, okay, wait a minute, let's step back and discern, is this fitting? So don't force something to fit. If it's like, oh yeah, this is for me, great. And some elements may have, many messages within that for you. So, so I'm going to look back. There's a couple of comments that came in. Learning to surrender. Samantha, so getting confirmation. Conversation with an ex, maybe for Amy. Deb, this is you for sure. And I know you've said some things recently, so I don't know if it's about what you spoke about before. But yeah, a big, bold message. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you so much. So the one thing I like to point out on this card is there's this kind of red, it's a rainbow, actually. It's a rainbow if you look down here into this cup. So this is a really important part of this card as well, that you're not seeing the gifts and the blessings here because you're not choosing to look. So for some of you, this might be changing your mindset, which is, definitely a thing I'm always working with clients with life coaching and myself, because everything's mindset. So there's an opportunity here if you are feeling in this energy, just stuck, looking back. These are cups of disappointment. They're empty. But yet there's a cup here filled with water that you're just choosing not to see because your mind is so focused on the cups that have been spilled, the disappointment, the stuck, the situation as it's been. And the movement will occur when you disengage all this energy from looking at the past and shifting your mindset. And this might take effort, because this is old. This is a long practiced mental pattern. So there's some momentum and some energy here. So it's going to take disengagement from that for you to take this action here. Ooh, that's a good point, Ginger. Ooh, totally, Samantha. Yeah. So this is actually a very nice image for the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords in original tarot it's not a great image. This one is much more positive and light. So just to say that, to acknowledge there might be a lot more loaded shit, I'm just saying shit energy behind this, that if you look at the original tarot you'll see. But this here is more about the hope. It's more about the looking forward and moving on and standing tall, being in your power. So once you walk away, and for some of you it might be a walking away, and some people, a walking away is always a walking towards something else, but for some of you, you're going to be more focused on what you're walking away from than what you're walking into, because it's like this old loaded situation energetically. When you do that, when you take that action, and as a coach, this is one of my favorite questions and things to work with my clients with. What is the nano step you can take? What is the baby step, the tiniest baby step? So for some of you, it might be get a divorce, move to a new country, get a new job, quit my job, which is great to know in a macro, but what is the micro step? Because that can feel scary. So what is the tiniest micro step you can take to go from here to here? and it might be doing an internet search about something, or writing a list, or getting out a piece of paper and writing one thing on it. So or even opening a tab to open a job search web page, or opening your resume and just having it on the computer and not doing anything with it yet. So nano steps. Ooh, awesome, Carrie. And Amy, thanks for sharing your experience, strength, and hope. So after you take that action, you're going to come to a place where this card is called the Hanged Man. So it's not stuck, but it has an energy of not moving. It has an energy of pausing and being still. And also, for me, the most important part of this card is this light here that she's looking at. So some of you might take action, and then you might feel like you're getting stuck again, or you're taking a 2 steps forward, 1 step back, which is normal. That's change, and that's life. A lot of times. Not all the time. But the thing is, you're in a different place. If this comes up for you, you have a different perspective. A new perspective will unfold. And again, you're going to see that you're the only one holding yourself in this position. She can just let go by letting go of her foot and coming out of the thing. And this is going to require trust. So I really feel like this reading is about like coaching you on disengaging from these energies, what in the situation, whatever it is, and just taking like the smallest baby steps. Yeah, and this card is about trust and surrender, having new perspectives, and letting go. I'm going to pull up the reading for this hangman. Y'all know that I do that sometimes. And see what it says. And if you are joining in, don't forget to give me a follow here and everywhere. Catch the replays on YouTube, subscribe there, all that stuff. So the messages of this card are surrendering to the will of the cosmos. Surrendering to the will of the cosmos. So you're going to need to take action, like surrendered action. And you're going to need to continually surrender with each step you take. An intentional pause, as I said that, reflection, letting go, embracing the new, realigning with your heart and purpose, new wisdom, spiritual teachings, enlightenment, and acceptance. So there's a lot of juiciness in here. So confirming for Wendy. So this deck, and it's called Light Seers Tarot, somebody asked earlier. The affirmation for this card: I lean into my world of limitless miracles. Will somebody type that out? I lean into my world of limitless miracles. Or if you want to claim that affirmation for yourself, I lean into my world of limitless miracles. So it's all about disengaging from the past. You're feeling and felt so limited, so stuck. You're going to start walking away. So and then you're going to come into this new place. So do you see the bridge between stuck and leaning into the world of limitless miracles is action? Action is required. It's going to be, nobody can take this action but you. Nobody can take this path for you. Nobody can do it for you. Yes, you can get support. And nobody can do this. And it's you can't sit here and expect change to happen. You've got to get up and take steps and walk. Awesome. Love seeing everybody creating that. Kelsey, hi. Ooh, Melinda, T. Nobody can do this for you. I mean, this whole thing, this whole soul's journey, and nobody can do it for you, and you're never alone, and you never have to do it alone. You get to do it alone and supported. So I'm going to look at a couple more things on this page with this deck. It says, by fully surrendering and accepting what is, the epiphany of the present brings inner peace. By fully surrendering and accepting what is, the epiphany of the present brings inner peace. So this is like the epiphany of the present moment here. It's going to bring you peace. Even though your world, once you take the action, you might feel like your world's turned upside down. Okay. Sorry, whatever. Things happening in there. So I'm going to read this message from the Hangman for you. So I want you to take this in for yourself. And again, if it resonates, accept it for yourself. Flow with it. You are being asked to let go of something that is no longer necessary in your life. Just let it go. The Hanged Man is offering you the chance to look at something from a totally different perspective and to relinquish the need to control the forces around you. This will likely mean an intentional letting go of that thing, that idea, perspective, relationship, or career issue that's got you rigidly stationary. You may even need to take a few steps back to course correct as you make space for new perspectives and new insights. It may feel like you are sacrificing one thing to gain another, yet from this new place of seeing, you'll be able to break free from old mental models or programming and tap into a whole new framework from which to interpret the world. Divine wisdom spills forth in moments of deep flow. So lay back, sway rhythmically, and meet your inner your inner patterning. Know that your plan, and indeed the whole dream you are dreaming, may look unfamiliar to you after you shed your need to direct the outcomes. In surrendering to the will of the cosmos, you will realign your life with sacred arrangements that already know which life-altering lesson is the key to your happiness. In shadow, a resistance to change may have you stuck in a place that isn't for you. Your higher self has so much wisdom for you when you allow it to work through you. Wait for your advancement by actively pausing in introspection, and be careful to not fall into learned helplessness or to step into the role of the martyr at this time. It's okay to do this deep dive for you. Process, meditate, and bring your unconscious knowledge to the forefront of your conscious mind. Questions for you. What is it that you're grasping too tightly for? Is it a thing, an idea, or a belief? Do you surrender to the reality that there's nothing else you can do right now? If you let go of your feelings about your situation, what would you learn? Is there something in your life that has reached the point that the only way to grow is to continue on without it? Wow. So powerful message for you here. Deb, wanting support around taking action. Great. So create that support, however that looks. Thank you, T. Jeff. Feels still in the shadow of something. What? Amazing, Louise. There's some confirmation. Hi, Woot. Welcome. Yay, awesome. Amazing. So we're going back. If you joined in and missed the beginning of the message, the answer is yes. So let's come back now to the yes about what this story was and this clarification was all about. Whatever, because the mind might have come in with fears and second guessing questions. It's not, okay, come back. Remember, this is the original answer here. Yes, Ginger, thank you. So what I read so the Light Seers deck has, if you just search Light Seers Tarot Hanged Man, what I just read comes up. Great question. So this is a collective reading for everybody. So trust that you're finding the message perfectly for you right now and you're hearing what you need to hear. If you want, or if anyone missed the beginning of this reading, the YouTube replay will be available in the next 48 hours. So, oh yes, this whole eclipse thing. I see people like freaking out about, that's kind of harsh, but I see there's like a lot of energy around this eclipse. I haven't dug into it to see what it's about. Not really. But yeah, if that's important and relevant, bring that in. So we're going to get into the Reiki and Ancestral Clearing now in the last few minutes of the session. So if you choose to receive this, of course you can do whatever you choose. If you choose to receive it, just have that intention and you will. So we're going to close our eyes for a few minutes and I'm going to channel the Reiki. And that's great if you consent verbally, but you don't have to. It's an internal thing that you can do it. If you choose to do it in any other way, that's fine too. And it's I like to say that just in case anybody is whatever, if they have energy, nothing is ever done to you. If you choose to receive, then just think it in your mind, have it in your energy. You don't need to, the universe doesn't speak. Energy is language, energy is communication. So yes, you can say yes, and that's great. And also, don't feel if anybody hears I never want to make a comment. Does that mean I don't get the energy? No. So. All right, and then I'm going to do ancestral clearing after the Reiki. And again, if you want to receive one or the other, etc., you're in charge. So trust that. Awesome. And don't forget to follow me, give a donation if you like. If you feel the heart call to set up a one-on-one session with me, you can find out all about all of that. I'm also going to be starting a group coaching program on money and abundance and creating abundance in your life. We're going to be using the book Overcoming Under Earning as the text curriculum. I'm putting the finishing touches. Actually, yeah, it's already up. I'm just going to be starting to promote it more. But on my web page, on my website, I have a web page about the program. If you want to create more abundance, if you want to release, that reading even talked about releasing limiting beliefs. If this is about money for you, then that would be perfect. So. Awesome, Marielle. Yeah, I know I've shared this book already. I've done live streams on this topic, so that's also upcoming. So stay tuned. So let's close our eyes. Let's receive. Taking a deep breath in. Letting go on the exhale. Let's bring in that hanged man energy, even with the breath. Letting that exhale just soften, release. Feel the relaxation in the surrender and the trust. Trust this process. Whatever this has brought up for you today, trust you have meant to hear it. The messages are for you, if that feels in alignment. And that this is your big, bold message to say yes and take the action. And allow this beautiful Reiki energy. Your higher self draws this energy in wherever is needed for your best and highest good. And it might look different than what you think. You might think you need it or want it for something specific, but for your best and highest good, it might need to go elsewhere in your body, mind, spirit. So your higher self draws in the Reiki. Wherever it needs to go. So you get to just relax, receive. And just allow your body to drink this in. For some of you, your nervous systems are taking in this energy. It's going to the nervous system. You know, as a collective, our nervous systems are getting an upgrade. And for most of us here in Insight Timer and in my community, me included, you know, it can be an opportunity for a lot of growth to work with our nervous systems and their upgrade with the increased sensitivity. So when you can trust this is all happening for you, it's all a superpower for you, then it ceases to look like a burden or something wrong. Actually, it's you being part of like the next level human, the evolved human. So it's actually a gift and a superpower that your nervous system is up-leveling. So what can you do to support that process? So allow this beautiful Reiki energy healing in. You don't need to do anything but have the intention to receive. You don't need to prove. You don't need to be worthy enough or feel like you need it. Just be. I'm getting the image of like water and this Reiki that your body, mind, spirit is just drinking it in. Some of you, your soul is so thirsty, and this energy is soothing, it's calming, it's like clean, clear waters. So feeling that, allowing that. It's raising your frequency, clearing, cleansing, nourishing, balancing, healing, purifying, relaxing, and releasing. I'm going to close with, as the Reiki continues to flow, ancestral clearing, as I mentioned. So again, just be open to receive if you choose. Infinite Creator, source of all that is, we love you. Thank you for loving us. We humbly ask that you open, bless, expand, lead, guide, and direct us into your perfect light, love, and life, and always, completely, now and forever, please and thank you. For everyone hearing my words, for all of our family members, all of our relationships, all of our ancestors and all of their relationships, through all relevant time, space, and dimension. For all hurts, wrongs, judgments, and burdens, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual, and financial, through thought, word, or deed. Please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us, completely and totally, please and thank you. For all suicide, incest, murder, rape, abortion, infidelity, and miscarriage, through thought, word, or deed, please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us, completely and totally, please and thank you. For all times we abandoned or were abandoned, withheld love or had love withheld, weren't nurtured, loved, supported, or cherished, and times we didn't nurture, love, support, or cherish others. For all let down in our lives and lineages. For the times we turned our back on the Creator God in all name and form. For anywhere we felt stuck, minimized, disrespected, judged, blamed, shamed, misunderstood, oppressed, discriminated against, unsupported, hopeless, helpless, powerless, overwhelmed, or times we did this to another. Please help us forgive all people forgive us. Help us all forgive ourselves, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please help us love and bless each other, love and bless ourselves. Be at peace with each other and at peace with ourselves. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. Very powerful session today, very powerful energies, clearing, healing, movements, messages. Even receiving the spirit messages, the card messages, there's healing and shifts in energy and like a transmission that takes place there. Within that, with those messages and those insights and the energy, it's helping you to create and move out of the dynamics and into the dynamics of which the cards speak. So if you choose to come back to a wakeful state, you can do so. If you choose to remain in closed eyes, the energy will continue as, for each person, depending on what is indicated. Very, very powerful. So if you've joined in late, don't forget to follow me here on Insight Timer, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Check my website. Follow the Heart's Call if you care to set up a one-on-one session. I am taking on one more spiritual life coaching client. If you feel that could be you, send a message. We'll set up a call to have a conversation, see if we might be a good fit. Thank you, Ginger. Yes. Tea. Thank you. And yes, drinking lots of water. Yes, yes, yes. If you care again to give a donation through Insight Timer, you can do so. Wow, amazing. Allowing, if you are having emotional releases, allowing that. It's part of the process. You're welcome, Creative, Deb, Petra, yay, everybody who's joined. Thank you. Sandy, thank you. I don't know, my connection is bad. I hope you can see me. Yeah, that image of the water and the energy of the water is really coming in. Awesome. Tiffany, Samantha, Jamie, Evie, Patricia. So stay tuned. I don't have any future lives scheduled. They will be scheduled. Thank you as always to Insight Timer. Hi Donna, Tatiana, me too, Tiffany. So I will see you all soon. You're welcome, Karen, Jay. So lovely to see just so many familiar faces. So grateful. And next month, actually tomorrow in Bali is April, which April is my 3 years Insight Timer teacher anniversary. So I'm definitely gonna schedule our second annual, because I started 3 years ago, like celebration of 3 years as being a teacher here on Insight Timer and going live. It's changed my life. I know it's changed other people's lives. And I will do a giveaway for a gifted session with me of whatever session you choose. Spiritual life coaching, Reiki Ancestral Clearing, Tarot Oracle card, truth excavation, meditation, anything that I offer. So I will look at scheduling that, because this April's busy, which is great and amazing. So I might schedule that one soon, just so I can know when that will be for my scheduling purposes. So please join for that. Thank you, Samantha, for the donation. Patricia, thank you. So, much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you soon. Namaste from Bali.